boost. 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 Uyavila. So, hey man.
As long as it's very
Uyavela. Uyavela.
live, no time to mute. listening to Share Radio, the best online visual radio station in town. Tune in now and enjoy the best music from around the block. This is Share Radio. This is Share Radio. We did it last year, the Share Gaming Mzansi Esports Tournament. This year, it's bigger and better. More action, more goals, and more jaw-dropping gameplay. Introducing FC24 and the Candy Crush Tournament. If you know you have what it takes to walk away with awesome prizes and a cash prize of 1,000 Rand, register today at www.shareonline.co.za. Join in on the action. Get your free ticket by subscribing to our YouTube channel, that is Share Gaming and Share Online. April 27th at Kopanong Hall in Dobsonville, Soweto. The gates open at 11 a.m. You need to be the best to be crowned the best. Let the games begin.
One minute till we hit the afternoon, and I would like to say good afternoon and good morning to all of the listeners and the viewers. This is Mzansi Affairs, and I am your host, Moeketsi Maimane, and I am joined by two gentlemen over here, one with me in the studio and one with me on a call. And I would like to start with Mr. Banele and ask you, how are you doing this afternoon, sir?
Very good, thank you. How are you doing?
I am good. Thank you, sir. I would like to pass it over to Mr. JB. Mr. JB, can you hear us?
Yes, good morning, Mo, and good morning, Mr. Banele.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. How are you this morning?
I am okay, man. I can't complain. I'm happy to be part of the show.
Yeah, we are also happy to have you, and we miss you right here in the studio. I hope you know that wherever you are.
Yeah, man. I have a commitment this morning, but next week I will be with you guys.
Definitely, man. The reason I'm asking you guys, how are you doing this morning? It's because, I mean, you have seen the past days that the weather has not been good at all. So I would like to ask you.
Says who?
Says me. I think I can't hear you. Is your mic on?
Okay, now it's on.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I'm asking. Oh, sorry. I was asking. Says who? That the weather wasn't good.
The reporters out there, and I also seen that the weather was not good, man.
No, man. No.
Like, we want rain, but the way it rains is like too much. We all know that too much of everything can lead to a damage.
Well, I look at it differently. I mean, the weather is the weather. So one day it will be hot, the next day it will be cold. We don't have snow. When we do get snow, we get excited. But I just take it for what it is. Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason why I'm saying that. Hence, I'm about to ask Mr. Jabulani that the weather that has been, in the past days, did it do any damages in your side?
More unfortunately, I was not moving around, but where I am, I think everything is still okay. No damages, but it's been cold. And excuse my voice because you can feel that I'm catching flu.
Yeah, man. We hope you don't get sick because as much as we are heading to winter, a lot of people will be getting cold. So, guys, in terms of the weather, I don't know if you guys noticed that in the Western Cape, disaster management, they have told people to calm down because of the damages. The video that you were showing me yesterday, when the roofs were flying over, like damages were made. So in the morning when I wake up, in the news, they reported that 130 schools were damaged by the Cape Town weather. So here with me, I have a statement by a premier. A premier of Western Cape says more than 180 Western Cape schools have been damaged in the following storms. By the following storms, Mr. Premier Allen Winder said during the update, the weather was bad in the province, and he said that while schools in the Overberg and Cape Winelands education districts remain closed on Tuesday, schools in Helderberg Basin had reopened. And then the Western Cape Department of Education will make a decision later today as to whether further closures will be needed in the coming days. So, guys, what do you think when it comes to this? That infrastructure that is built out there, for the learners, is not as strong as we think.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's not. That's the honest truth. Because this actually comes down to the quality of craftsmanship, or even, when getting tenders, right? Do we cut corners? And when we do cut corners, it will reflect down the line. So I got to see some videos online where the roof was just, the roof came off. And then when it comes to schools or your public roads, there's potholes when it rains. But now I want us also to distinguish between extreme weather, which is what I believe Cape Town had the past few days. So they had extreme weather. And with that being said, when it comes to construction, some of these things are taken into consideration that if there is a storm of a similar nature, would this infrastructure be able to withstand the harsh conditions that fall upon it? And we don't even have to ask the question, because now we know that they are not built to withstand that weather. So now the question will then have to come in with regards to the audits that the person that said that, this building is okay, they need to be brought in for questioning. But at what point do we then start separating that, hey, you know what, this was extreme weather, so to a certain extent we understand. And in terms of ratings, that when someone builds a building, is it rated for, certain kilometers in terms of wind speed, that it can withstand, all of this? But we don't even have to ask the questions. We can see the results that these buildings, roads, or anything is not built to withstand all of these harsh conditions.
I mean, this thing is very high alarming, because hearing that 130 schools are closed because of the weather, it definitely, knocks on the doors of the people who are responsible for these infrastructures, because learners will be affected. A lot of learners will be affected with everything that is going through. So, Mr. JP, I just want to hear from you, man. Like, what do you think the municipality has to do, or what do they have to do with the situation of 130 schools damaged in the Western Cape due to the weather?
Of course, more it's a blow on its own. I mean, like for people, they're going to suffer now. More especially students, they're going to be left behind because of someone who's not being responsible for everything that is happening right now. I think when we build or when we want to build, or when we want to have certain type of buildings, it must be known that this area has this kind of conditions of weather, so it must be something that it will be sustained and being strong for the weather, for that kind of weather. So Cape Town, Western Cape, Eastern Cape, that side, we always have those kind of wind, and I mean, like, surprisingly, these distracting weathers, but people, they always want to save when they get these tenders from municipality and everything. But I think it's a wake up call to us. We need to strengthen our management, people that giving out tenders and everything, to know that if we build something here, we need something strong, because we have weather conditions that are giving us problem when rainy time comes and everything. So I think they need to really look at that, and make sure that things are built properly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also, if we take a look at what's happening around the world, you'll find that in the US, or even the countries that are prone to have volcanic eruptions, they typically build houses that they know they can abandon at any time,
Anytime, yeah,
right? So
yeah.
you would find that in those countries, timber is a big thing. So, I mean, they can put together a house out of wood in like a week. But, when it's time to evacuate, they do that exactly. And because there's also hurricanes and your tornadoes, obviously everything gets left in shambles, but it's easy for them to rebuild again, right? Not easy from an emotional perspective, but in terms of, getting the lumber and the timber together, they can do that. So 100%, I mean, to Jabu's point, Cape Town is different, or the coastal areas are different. So the standard at which we build property that side should also reflect the conditions of the place itself.
And 2 hours ago, there was a post that was actually posted on social media saying the City of Cape Town's disaster risk management officials are monitoring high risk areas and determining the need for humanitarian and engineering relief where impacts have been reported. So at least 28 incidents have been listed in areas where structural damage occurred due to the wind. So if anyone who is here around Gauteng, Johannesburg, and also Soweto, and you know that you have a loved one that side, the following places are the places that have been damaged, and please do make sure that you check on them and how they are doing. The places are Delft in Cape Town, Michel's Plain, Kaelisha, Blue Downs, Somerset West, North Pine, Sir Loris Pass, Monwabisi, and commercial properties in Strand. So those are the following places that have been affected by the weather that we have been seeing in the past day. So do make sure that you check on your loved ones. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go on a short break, and when we come back, we're going to discuss our main headline. And our main headline for today is Women Are Becoming Gun Owners to Become Safe. So please make sure you text us and you do communicate with us on our socials, and we share online on YouTube, share online Instagram, TikTok, also on Facebook. Leave us your comment, and also you can leave us your voice note on WhatsApp, which is 061 524 7758. And when we come back, we are going to discuss our headline. Thank you. 16 minutes past 12. Share Online brought to you by Share Radio, ladies and gentlemen. You're still tuned in on Mzansi Affairs. Before the break, we were speaking about the horrible weathers that have been happening here, around and also around the country. So please, guys, do check up on your loved ones and on how they're doing because the weather has made more damages. Mr. Jabulani, are you with me?
Yes, I'm here, Mo.
How are you doing?
I'm good, thanks.
Yeah, so moving on to our main headline, guys. South Africa's gun control is out of control, says experts, as we are seeing a lot of women, starting to own firearms, and they also say, the reason that they own firearms is because they want